All right, everybody, welcome to our first broadcast of the season. Game 1, week 1. I'm Mike Hughes. I'm here with my man Tyler Riley in the booth. We'll be calling this game for you. How you doing, Tyler?
Oh, man, I'm super excited.
Oh, absolutely.
Super excited.
Absolutely.
I mean, the intro and everything we've got going on here, folks, is really something special. If you were up in the press box with us tonight, I feel like we're in Brazil for Eagles-Packers, man. Maybe not quite. A little safer, but we're good to go. You know what I mean?
All right, well, we're going to send it down to the field. We got the national anthem. For the first time in a long time, it's not Mr. Foe. We have Mr. Jimmy McKenzie leading the band. Here's the national anthem. We'll be back.
NJROTC Color Guard, under the command of Cadet Tristan Ayers. Carrying the organizational flag is Cadet Cassidy Stott. The left and right guards are Alex Reel and William Malin.
All right, welcome, Mr. McKenzie. First year here at Stephen Decatur as a band director.
Well done by the Stephen Decatur
Nice
High
job.
School Marching Band.
Here we are, game 1, defending state
We will
champions.
have the coin toss
Tyler, you and I
momentarily.
were undefeated in the booth,
And
right? We're
kickoff
14
is
0.
imminent. We are close.
I think it's definitely all about us. So, you know, naturally tonight's going to be a dub, right?
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I can tell you, coming up here in the booth and calling week 1 and saying you're the defending state champion, certainly you wear that with a badge of honor.
Right.
However, for our boys down here wearing the gray tops, white pants for Stephen Decatur on our whiteout game, you know, there's a new bullseye planted here on us that every week we're going to get our best. I mean, we were getting that in years past, but everybody wants to knock off a defending state champion week by week, Mr. Hughes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the boys respond to that, who steps up. You know, we lost some key guys, but we still have a ton
Out for
of
the coin
quality
toss for
returners,
Decatur.
So.
Right, so for
Wearing
the
zero,
first time
David
in
Chandler,
4 years,
29,
there's
Kyle
no
Mumford,
Coleman
number
or
56, Garrett
Salido on the
Maloney,
field tonight.
and number 8, Ethan
Bryson
Bradshaw.
down at Vanderbilt doing a great job. Salito's actually here tonight. He's been down on the field already, but playing at Shepherd University. So it's going to be interesting to see at the quarterback position. It looks like it's going to be Johnny Hobgood starting tonight.
Yeah, week by week, I mean, at every level of football, and the coin toss is going on right now, your key guy is your quarterback, right? And he's your most important player. Your second most important player is your backup quarterback. I feel like outside of line play, and you lose a veteran, a four-year player in Bryson Coleman at quarterback.
And will receive.
So Johnny Hobgood gets the nod tonight. Junior, great athlete, great player. His brother was played last year, first time ever. Is now at Salisbury University.
Decatur is going to receive.
There's some
to start the
athletic
first
pedigree
half.
with Johnny Hobgood. We're really, the microscope is going to be on him tonight, I think, Mike.
I agree. And we talked a little bit in pre-production. He just needs to not try and be Bryson Coleman, who's maybe the best player ever in the Bayside history, honestly, possibly the best player. You just got to be Johnny Hobgood, put it in the hands of these playmakers that he's got all over the field, right? Davin Chandler, Tribe Wise, Zachary Baker, Vernon DeShields, Ethan Bradshaw, several guys that I named right there going D1 next year. So get it in the hands of those guys and let them do the work. So
absolutely, a lot of pedigree, man. I mean, a lot of good looking stuff on paper. we're looking forward to seeing it translate out here on the turf this year and across week by week in the fall. So
Queen Anne's coming in off a season they went 6-5. These two teams met in the playoffs. 41-7 victory for Decatur. Ran up 28 points in the second quarter of that playoff game, and really it wasn't close after that. No. But Queen Anne's is coming back with some talent. They got an experienced quarterback who about halfway through the season took over last year as a sophomore. Lance Arnold, Jadarian Thompson's a great athlete. In the backfield, they got a 1,000-yard rusher in John Connolly. They got a great Parker Whiteford in the linebacking core is back from DeMatha. So it's going to be an interesting start here. Everybody's saying this is one of the games of the season.
Kickoff, and here
we go. Short kick. That's going to be fielded by number 4. Zakari Baker is going to go on the first kickoff. He's going to take it to the house.
Baker is off to the races for an opening touchdown, Decatur.
Well, you can't ask for anything better than that, Mr. Hughes, on the opening kickoff of your season. And a senior who, in leadership, we're needing to respond. Coach Coleman said he's had an absolutely fantastic offseason in the weight room, on the beach in the summer. Zakari Baker answers the bell right off in the first round.
Right off the bat, the fastest 40 time on the team over the summer.
Touchdown.
You saw it right there. It takes it to the house on the short kickoff. Decatur leads 6-0. Here comes another guy who's replacing the starter from last year, Blake Wallace, the kicker for Brogan Eastlack, right?
Yeah,
and that's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to have Brogan Eastlack, break a state record in consecutive touchbacks over the course of 2 or 3 seasons, these are big shoes to fill. And, we watched Blake in practice a couple times, and yesterday we were out here and he was booting the ball from, 40 to 45 yards field goal range with ease. So right here, right off the jump, his first PAT.
And it's good. Stiff win tonight, but it didn't affect anything there. Decatur jumps out quick to a 7-0 lead, 11:50 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
First quarter.
All right, coming back in on a windy night
Blake
here.
Wallace on for the kickoff.
Blake Wallace going to be kicking off.
To kick it away.
Jadarian Thompson back
of
deep.
Lions standing at the 10-yard line.
We're getting put to the test early. We've got anybody knows about Stephen Decatur and athletics, the wind blows here. It never stops blowing. Never stops blowing. So we're tinkering and everything. A little pooch punt or kick there.
Yeah. I figured that's what was coming because they don't want it in this guy's hands. And luckily he stumbles and goes down about the 21-yard line. So the Queen Anne offense would come out on the field led by Lance Arnold, a junior.
On the tackle.
Took over in the middle of last year when their starting quarterback went down with an injury. So
first possession of the night.
He's experienced. Seen a little bit of him on X. That's where I do all my research, right?
Yeah,
at the 22-yard line.
And he's a hard worker. He's putting in the time. As you can see on the screen right now, our starting defense is up there. Brett Schultz is one to watch on the defensive end. Trey Dorn on the back end. And Delonte Henry, 2 great cover corners. Of course, Dave and Chandler at safety, going to University of Virginia next year.
Absolutely.
You got stars all over the field.
And you got Nate Tabley lining up on the end, man. What just a huge kid, a weight room dedication guy, and looking for a big year out of him on that outside.
Yeah, handoff to Conley around the left side. He gets a 3 or 4. Tapley, to me,
John Connolly,
I was out here over the
carry.
summer watching one of their 7-on-7 scrimmages, and he reminded me a lot of, should I say it?
You can say it.
Luke Murgott.
Luke Murgott.
Yeah.
The Duke Blue Devil, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murgot, redshirt freshman down at Duke, graduated a couple years ago from
4.
Decatur. One of the greats in this program's history. So.
Yeah. He was one of the ones that got, was really implementing Coach Coleman's, when they integrated him and his philosophies and, his playbook and stuff. Luke was just a foundational piece for that team.
Yeah. So here we go, 2nd and 6, another handoff. Stopped immediately and dropped is Connolly. Can't see who that was. I think it was number 56. Is that Garrett Cologne or Garrett Maloney?
It was Maloney,
yeah,
I believe.
Maloney.
Yep.
Maloney, 3-year starter at center
leading the way
now,
on the
right?
tackle.
That kid's a solid kid around. He's listed here
A loss of
at
2.
220.
Seahawks
6'2",
fans, it's
220. That's a solid
down.
kid.
Well, we were lucky enough to go to the off-season banquet, and Coach Coleman, we had a lot of skill guys, but the line play both sides last year got all the hype and all the love at the banquet, for how well they played last year. They were an integral part of our state championship run.
Here comes Arnold rolling to his right. He's going to throw, looking for Thompson. He's got him, and that is caught.
Arnold's pass
Cross
is
midfield
caught
to the 45.
by
So
Thompson.
that's the guy they don't want to have the ball right there. Maybe the fastest guy on
But
the field.
there's a flag on the play.
He's a big hitter. There is a flag. Let's see what we
foul.
got.
Roughing the passer. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
That's going to be a rough in the passer on the
10.
defense. So an extra 15 is going to be tacked on. It's going to take it down to the 30-yard line. So a nice drive here by Queen Anne's. But number 2, yeah, if your nickname is Flash,
Roughing the passer on the Seahawks.
you're probably pretty quick, right?
Yeah, I don't think you and I ever had to worry about
Absolutely
getting called
not.
Flash.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Kid is
15-yard
only a
penalty.
sophomore. Got
It's
a big
1st and
future
10
ahead of him.
for
So
the
it's
Lions.
First
from
and
the
10 for the
30-yard
Lions
line.
at the 30-yard line.
All right, Day-Day Chandler, one safety high right now, down inside of Decatur 30.
And there's the give, and he stopped immediately by Tapley and taken down Conley on the carry.
Connolly
Might
on
have
the
lost
carry.
one.
John Conley
No
carried
gain
the ball.
on the play.
I think, was it 35-plus carries in the matchup last year, something like that?
Hey, I'm
Arnold
not-
was hurt, and he got the bulk of the carries last year, just a workhorse on both sides of the football for Queen Anne.
He carries a lot. Coming into the game a little bit dinged up. Plays on both sides of the ball for them. We'll see if he does that tonight. But he's definitely – I think they want to give him the ball and keep the ball out of the hands of our offense. We'll see how that goes. So here's Arnold on 2nd and 10. Takes a snap. Gives to Conley on the right side. And he's met and dropped
Connolly
by number 8,
on
Ethan
the
Bradshaw.
A
Ethan
gain of
Bradshaw
1.
heading to Army next year, West Point, to play football.
Bradshaw and Travers on the tackle.
Comes
Get
up-
into West Point.
Seahawks fans, it's
good to be a great athlete like
down.
Ethan, but you got to be an upstanding citizen and academic athlete as well.
And I think to a person, the staff here would say that that's what he is. I just heard
Absolutely.
great things about the kid, and I'm super excited for him.
He
So
carries himself well, man, to a pure role model in our hallways, that's for sure.
3rd and 9. Arnold about to take the snap with Connolly in the backfield, and we've got a timeout.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8:55 left in the first quarter.
Queen Anne's.
We will take a break
First
here.
yard,
It's
timeout
7-0 Decatur, but Queen Anne's
Timeout
is on the move.
by the Lions. 8:55 left in the first quarter.
All right, coming back in here. It's 3rd and 9. Queen Anne looking like they're going to go from the shotgun here. 2 wideouts to the right. Thompson in motion. They give him the ball. He drops it immediately. And I'm not sure why they blew that dead. Why did they blow that dead? Did they call that
Sure, I think.
an incomplete pass? It looked like it was. Okay, they're calling it incomplete pass.
Yeah, so
Looks
back
to
on
be
the
an
right
incomplete
hash now,
pass.
4th
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
It's going to bring up
4th and 9.
down.
4th and 9, yep.
I didn't really see. I'm not sure if it looked like, I guess he did cut in front of the quarterback. And
so we were just talking about it. Not real sure about Queen Anne's kicking game here, even though they do have the wind at their back going towards that south end zone. But I think you're going to see a lot of fourth downs, as long as it's manageable inside Decatur territory tonight.
Pretty good shot, too, from about 46 yards. So here's Arnold. He's going to roll left. He's looking over there, and that is going to be picked off by Trey Dorn at the 17-yard line. And it's going to be Decatur ball.
With the interception on 4th down.
Great athletic play there by the senior, Trey Dorn. We talked about how we lost the senior class last year, but if you peep the starting lineup for our defense, you're talking about 8 seniors, man, all upperclassmen heavy. The scouting report there, they're throwing on 4th down and 9, and that's just one heck of an athletic play by Trey Dorn.
A little bit of an overthrow. Tough play there, rolling to his left. And just overthrew Jadarian Thompson and into the arms of Trey Dorn for the interception. So we're going to get our first look at Johnny Hobgood here and the Decatur offense with Vernon DeShield in the backfield. We got Tribe Wise. You can see on the screen. I'm not sure who's out there right now, but our starting lineup was just on the screen. Baker, David Chandler, Ethan Bradshaw, Tribe Wise out there at the skill wideout positions.
Looks like Vernon DeShields is in the background behind Johnny.
And he's going to get the ball right away. Come around
the
left side, and this is a big gain. He's going to go down the side and be all the way across midfield to about the 46-yard line.
The big run to give us
untouched
Decatur
around the side.
Down.
So one more athletic weapon running to the left. Coming to our sideline there. I mean, huge chunk runs, 2 plays already, and we're almost up to – we're over 100 yards of
DeShields,
special teams and offense so far.
DeShields, a transfer
After
from
the
Archbishop
run,
Spalding, which is one of the top programs in the state.
It'll be 1st and 10.
They've got the top quarterback in the state, I
Seahawks.
think, Malik Washington, who's committed to University of Maryland. And we're lucky enough to have DeShields here this year with us, a junior. So here's Hobgood, and he's going to throw to Tribe Wise on a quick screen. And he's got room out there. He's going to break it down to about the 20, cut it back, still going all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
For another big Decatur gain.
So, look, a lot of nice short passes, dink and dunk at the line of scrimmage, get Johnny, in some rhythm. And a great target in the Georgetown commit, Tribe Wise. I mean, you're talking 6'5" and a half easily.
Yeah.
Okay, with plus speed. So Coach Coleman and Coach Croto, they got the game plan lined up to get the inexperienced quarterback Hobgood in a nice rhythm to start.
Hobgood threw 6 passes last year in garbage time pretty much. Completed 4 of them, though, for a touchdown and ran for another. Here's DeShields. He's going to cut inside. He'll be down to about the 6-yard line.
DeShield on the run.
A lot of playmakers, man. And at a high school level, especially in the Bayside Conference, you got a lot of mouths to feed. And you just want to make sure that Johnny does not fall into the trap of, trying to spread it out too much to keep too many guys happy. Get in rhythm, and those guys will get open for you in the scheme for sure.
Yeah, so it's actually on the 7-yard line here, and it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Decatur. DeShields still in the background, or in the backfield. Hobgood takes a snap, hands it to DeShields, who cuts right, now cuts back, and he is down to about the half-yard line. And he's shifty, man. That guy's quick.
Looks like
absolutely,
he's just shy of the goal line.
Very elusive too. Shoulder pad
Ball
level,
spotted at the
very
1-yard
low.
line.
He brings a lot of experience to this position. Last year,
Gives
we had
first down.
Jamie Purnell and Mr. Manuel, who we'll see touching the ball a lot last year. But DeShields brings a heck of a pedigree to the running back position.
Here comes Nate Tapley on. He's going to take the snap and easily go into the end zone for the touchdown. Tapley in the short yardage package takes it in. Decatur leads 13-0 now with the extra point upcoming.
6'3", listed at 220-pound Nate Tapley, who can also play the quarterback position. He's done it before. Direct snap to him on the keeper and pay dirt very, very easily. Nice drive for our first offensive possession of the 2024 season.
Yeah, man. Senior Nate Tapley was here for his sophomore year, right? And then no, he was here for his freshman year, then left, went to Broadneck, came back last year, and then now he's starting tight end linebacker, and then in this case took the snap as a quarterback on the short yardage situation and took it in. Extra point is good. It's 14-0 Decatur. A great start to the 2024 football season. Couldn't ask for better. We'll be right back.
With the extra point, Blake Wallace puts the Seahawks up 7-0 with 6:53 left in the first quarter.
All right, Blake Wallace about to kick off here. Up 14-0. And again, just a little pooch kick. That's going to be fielded by number 1, Brooks Blodgett. He's going to try and cut across the field, and he's going to get nowhere. Swarmed, brought down at about the 29 or 30-yard line is where Queen Anne's will start.
Blodgett.
And, we were talking earlier, the difference between last year, 14-0, and the year before, 10-4, was the defense, right?
Hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah.
And you wondered how that was going to carry over. Coach Todd Apple, retired, Maryland State Hall of Fame coach, came from Fort Hill, won numerous state championships there, came here, all of a sudden we win a state championship. He had that defense flying around.
Sometimes pedigree follows you, Mr. Hughes.
True.
You know what I mean? Not in the broadcast booth all the time.
Last year they pitched 3 shutouts in a row, several other games where a team only scored 7 points against them. And it looks like they're picking up right where they left off. Big hit by Tapley there, finished off by Delonte Henry. They tried to run Thompson to the near side, and he just got blown up for a loss of about 2 maybe. So it'll be second down.
From the 27-yard line.
And around 12,
yeah,
second and 13.
Coach Coleman said if he can get teams to try and alter their game plan and go east to west, we've got a lot of athleticism and speed for that. North and south, trying to run up between our tackles and stuff could be an issue, but I don't see any team being able to turn the corner on us and get that edge going east and west.
Absolutely. Undersized, but we were undersized last year as well. But you got a lot of heart in the middle there with Sully Alker, who's been starting since he was a sophomore, or getting at least a lot of playing time since he was a sophomore. Garrett Maloney in there. Peyton Travers transfer from Y High, playing middle linebacker. Looks like he's 30 years old with the full beard, right?
Full beard. I can kind of pride myself on a good beard, working into the fall and stuff. And this kid is just showing me
on
up
the Seahawks
in the hallways day by day.
5-yard penalty.
I got a lot of catching up to do to Mr. Peyton Travers.
You got to practice.
I do.
So that's an offsides on the Seahawks, going to move the ball forward 5 yards. Now 2nd and 8 from the 32. Arnold in the shotgun. He gives to Connolly, who's immediately met by Ethan Bradshaw and stopped and dropped, helped out by Sully Alker there.
On the stop.
Basically
Seahawks
no
fans,
gain.
it's third
five
down.
or 6 plays already, Mike, where we're trying to get to the sideline to go forward. I don't think that's going to play in that Queen Anne's favor, especially with our athleticism and our 2 guys on the defensive end. Just set that edge so easily. I mean, of course they're hunting the quarterback and all, but they are not going to let Connolly get by them, running the football east and west. It's just not going to happen.
So 3rd and 8 here, Arnold under center. He takes a snap, fakes a give, and then gives it to Jadarian Thompson, who's immediately dropped by Brett Schultz, defensive end, and number 56, Garrett Maloney. And that's going to bring up 4th down in their own territory on the 30. 4th and 10.
Things working in our favor. I mean, if we can put Queen Anne's in situations 3rd down and long, 2nd long, into 4th down,
Queen Anne's
especially on their own side of the 50, they're not going to – they're throwing the ball. You got number 2, obviously, Mr. Thompson over there who can hit a big hitter at any time. But outside of that, man, they're predicated on the run, and we're doing really well with – swallowing that up right now. So
the punt's going to go out of bounds at around the 47-yard line, where Decatur will take over for their second drive of the season.
Sails out
we'll
of
be
bounds
back
at
in
the
just a second.
37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks.
All right, coming back in. Hobgood going from the shotgun. That's probably where it looks like, you always found Bryson Coleman there. It looks like that's going to keep up. He's going to give to Vernon DeShields, who cuts left and goes forward for about 5 or 6. He's over to about the 42-yard line, maybe the 43 is where they're going to mark
on the
it.
carry.
Yeah, Johnny, an outfielder on baseball. He's got plenty of arm strength, throws a really tight spiral, and he's not played the position very long either. He's new, obviously starting in the program, but he's also pretty new to the game. He's very green. So, shotgun formation lets him see things, read some defenses, kind of get comfortable, and, you got a great weapon there, and Mr. DeShields, like we've talked about already.
He's not 6'5". He's not 200 pounds. He doesn't run a 4.5 40, but he does have an arm, right?
Yes, he does.
So he hands off again. DeShields shifty, slides to the right side. He's got a first down, and he's over the 50-yard line to the 49, and this kid looks legit.
DeShields on the carry.
He does.
For another.
He does.
Say it for me.
He's a legit running back. We, like we said last year, we talked about it about 15 minutes ago or so. It was a rotation last year, and it worked out great. And Bryson Coleman, like you said, was just pure athlete and a running back at the quarterback position as well. So you get a bona fide running back and give you 15 to 20 carries and 5 to 10 for a couple other guys. That's a great way to get your offense into some big plays, big chunk plays when you need them.
It's rarely been since we had Zymir Handy a few years back that we've had a shifty back who carried the load really for us. But he comes off. And I can't see what number that is in the backfield right now, but it's going to be another give to number 6, Donovan Henry, who goes forward for about
Donovan
4,
Henry on the carry.
Maybe 5.
Those are the type of runs
maybe
you want
7.
on first down, Mike. I think he gained 7 there. Yeah. So, big chunk runs on first down, just move the chains. That adrenaline after the first quarter is going to wear off for these guys. You get the running game established, then you can start throwing at guys and flat-footed, players in the secondary for Queen Anne. I would look for a throw sooner than later.
2nd and 3 here. Hobgood in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to take it on his own. Runs to the right. He's through the line to the second level.
Johnny Hobgood on the quarterback keeper.
Down to about the 30.
That runs enough to move the chains. Say it with me, Seahawk fans. Another Decatur first down.
You can hear Jamie Greenwood, Mr. Decatur, on the call there.
Yeah, Mr. Microphone.
Yes,
I'd like to see him get on the mic for a couple possessions. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't want to get on his microphone,
He does a great job. Nobody can fill those shoes for sure. Our shoes are easily filled.
Yeah. You got a couple students sitting about 3 seats down who do a very good job for our broadcast team for the school, man.
AJ and Sean running stats tonight. You may see some stats pop up on the screen there. But here's Hobgood, takes a snap, hands to number 6, Donovan Henry, and he's going to be brought down right away at about the 36-yard line.
It was Sean and AJ. If you tune in the winter and the spring, man, talk about a couple guys, especially on the hardwood, and how they call a high school basketball game and all the chaos that goes on in that. That's nonstop action. Yeah, that's too fast for a couple shorebillies like you and I, Mr. Hughes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And AJ went to camp this summer, broadcasting camp, had worked out with Sal Palantonio from ESPN.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
So he should probably be teaching us. But here comes Hobgood. He fakes the give. He rolls to his left. He's going to get around the edge, and he's going to go forward for about 3 yards.
Hobgood
maybe about 4 or 5
on the quarterback
yards
keeper. A gain of 3.
It's going to be
bring about third down.
Third down and about
and 7
maybe, 3rd and 7.
Not that we like to be in 3rd and long, but I am curious to see how they, what's in the playbook for Johnny, and the guys here in these 3rd and long situations. It's good to get this out of the way early.
He showed
get some tape and see what needs to go on here.
Better than average speed getting around the edge there. So he's going to take the snap here. 3rd and 7. The Shields in the backfield again. David Chandler in motion. Hobgood rolls to his right. He hits Chandler in the flat. He's met immediately and dropped by Jadarian Thompson.
Hobgood's pass
at the
completed
26-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down.
Gain of 3.
It's
going to be 4th and 3.
And there's no they're going
to measure, I think. No, timeout.
Oh, it's the end of the quarter.
There you go. See?
AJ,
right, get AJ over
right,
here.
Exactly.
Get AJ and Sean over here. We don't even know what kind of time we got going on. All these TVs, and we're staring. We're not even using them.
They threw all this new stuff at it. Hey, we got stats, and we got this screen and that screen. We don't know what we're doing, man.
Yeah. And that's
nice student section, though.
Nice shot
solid,
of the student section on the whiteout. It's a dream start for Decatur tonight so far. 14-0, the end of the first quarter. We'll be coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to visit the concession stand for all your hot and cold beverage needs, food and candy, as well as the Stephen Decatur High School athletic booster, athletic apparel for all your needs. Short sleeve, long sleeve sweatshirts, hats. Get them while they're hot. Check it out tonight.
All right, coming back here at the start of quarter 2, you just had a shot of the crowd here on a whiteout night. Tons of people here tonight. It's going to be 4th and 2. Short yardage teams on the field, and that means Nate Tapley's going to be at quarterback here. Let's see what they do. 4th and 2 from the 26. I'd say this is well within Blake Wallace range, based on what we saw at practice yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that wind whipping like it is, maybe they don't want to. And last year, Jay Coleman will go for it on 4th down. He's obviously shown he doesn't care.
Yeah, absolutely. You got plenty of guys with size, and Nate Tapley's under center right now.
Yeah.
Mike.
So here he is. He takes it, cuts inside. He's got the first down and more. Just shook that Queen Anne's
Nate
defender.
Tapley
made it look easy.
On the carry.
And he takes it down to about the 18-yard line.
Stand with me for Decatur.
First down.
So you're seeing in some short yardage situations, Nate Tapley coming in, taking snaps and carrying the football. So, I mean, Johnny's a good-sized kid. Nate's bigger than him.
Yes. And two years ago in short yardage, who was running those plays? Luke Murgott. Yeah. So the resemblance doesn't end.
Great comp.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a great comp. We're limited.
Right.
Thank you, Dan and Amy and Luke himself for being able to remember those days.
First and 10 for the Seahawks.
So first down, Hobgood's going to be in the shotgun with the Shields. Tribe Wise out to his right. Here's the snap. He's looking left, though. Fakes. Got 2 defenders in on him. He takes off, and he's going to take it down to about the 14.
Hobgood scrambles.
Second down and about 6.
Nice job there eluding the pass
gain.
rush. You might want to just see that's a little inexperience there, too. It's just the second level comes at you. You get a gain or 2 or, in the yard or 2 there. Avoid the sack and just go ahead and get down and secure that football where you're inside Queen Anne's red zone now.
Yeah. So, look, I'm hearing we have celebrity commenters on our YouTube broadcast. Apparently, shout out to Bryson Coleman and Kareem Bolden at Frostburg State University. Not Frostburg State.
We haven't even brought Kareem up yet.
I know, right? What are we talking about? If we don't get to the state championship without Kareem Bolden coming in and making that drive against Milford Mill last year. There's David around the left end. He's going to be pushed out down around the 10-yard line. So shout out to those guys.
On the carry.
Yeah. Look, Kareem came in a heck of a drive and threw a little wrinkle to get us to the state championship game.
Exactly. We do not get to the state championship past Milford Mill without him.
It's
for sure.
3rd and 2.
Great to hear from them. Hope they're both doing well. Bryson dealing with a little shoulder injury at Vanderbilt, but he was all over their social media this fall with crazy touchdown catches in practice. So we look forward to seeing number 82 on the field.
Just north
and
of the
Kareem
10-yard
as well. 3rd down and 2 here. The Shields in the backfield. Chandler in motion, and Hobgood's going to roll to his right. He's going to take it on his own and go into the end zone for the touchdown. Flag down, though, and that's going to be a hold against Decatur. Yeah, we got a flag down. It's a hold against Decatur, so that's going to come back.
think Tony Burke there got a little handsy, you know, when Johnny came back, scrambled to that right edge there, but great athleticism and a great play call. And I think we had Day-Day in motion there for a little option, little Doug Fleetwood option.
Hobgood kept it and took it in on his own, but it's going to come back and it's going to make it
holding on the Seahawks.
3rd down and about 12. 3rd down and 11 maybe.
And those things are going to happen. I mean, you could call holding on every play, pretty much every level of football. But what you can't do is when that guy gets a step on you on that edge, you know, you can't turn him, and that's what happened
at the
there.
19-yard line. It'll be
so 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left is Baker, Chandler, Bradshaw, and Tribe-Wise to the right. Hobgood in the shotgun again with Vernon DeShields. And he takes a snap, drops the throw, and there's another penalty marker. That's going to be a
false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
False start on the offense, as you heard. It's going to be 3rd and 16 now.
When you get a little more condensed down there inside that 10-yard line, you know, in the red zone as fast, you're going to, you know, you got to work out the kinks a little bit. You know, new quarterback, signal caller. You know, the cadence is going to sound different and stuff. So, you know, it's understandable and expected.
So same formation, Hobgood in the shotgun, 3rd and 16 now, 9:43 left to go in the 2nd quarter. He drops the throw, looking for Z-Bake in the end zone, and it's called. Touchdown!
Decatur!
No
Zachary
flags on the
Baker
field.
On the end of the loop from Johnny
And that was a
Hobgood.
dime. Over 2 defenders, right into Baker's hands. 20 to nothing.
That's what we're talking about. Plenty of arm strength, but a touch throw right at the corner pylon, back corner pylon. We should have a replay here in just a second, looking for all the lights
Blake
and
Wallace
gadgets to light up for our
Yeah.
replay, man. We're up here in a spaceship right now.
Blake Wallace on for the extra point.
Another stoppage, I think. All right, we'll see if Mr. Wallace can go 3 for 3 here on PATs to start his varsity kicking career.
Ron Canair says we're
The
going to have
Seahawks declined the penalty.
a replay coming up after this
Blake
kick.
Wallace.
Look at that. It's like a spaceship
It is
slash
a spaceship.
Christmas
It's
tree
crazy
up in
out
here,
We
man.
got the little replay indicator in front of us says there's going to be a replay. So,
Trying to keep us in line.
Yeah, here's the kick. It is good.
And Blake
It's
Wallace
21 to nothing.
converts his 3rd PAT
Ron
of the
Canair,
evening to put the
one of the
Seahawks
2
up.
guys who really makes all this stuff
21-0
possible. He and
with
Dave Dotson just do
9:36
incredible
left
work. They
in
spend
the first half.
hours and hours working on this stuff non-paid. Here's the replay, though. Hobgood looking to his left, throws a dime right over 2 defenders. Baker in the end zone makes a nice catch.
Can't ask for anything more for a young QB.
Cannot. 21 to nothing here. And we'll be right back. All right, coming back
Blake
here,
Wallace
9:36 left
tees
in
it
the
up to
second
kick
quarter.
away.
Blake Wallace about to kick off
of
Jadarian
Lions
Thompson
standing at
and
the
Amari
10-yard
Boehner
line.
back deep to receive. It's probably going to be Pusick. No, he kicks deep this time, and that's going to be Thompson at about the 3-yard line taking it. And he's going to be dropped at about the 10 by David Chandler. Chandler
and
came
Nate
through
Tapley
untouched. Nobody blocked him. He was nowhere Jadarian Thompson could go, even
With
with
the
all his
tackle.
speed. He's dropped at the 10-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
An athlete for athlete
looks
there.
to be first and 10.
It's hard
for
to
the
get, hard to
Lions.
block and get around David Chandler, that's for sure.
Yeah.
UVA.
I was going to say he'll be in the Cavalier defensive backfield soon enough. Quite a player. Bayside basketball player of the year last year, David Chandler. I've always just said about he's just got sauce, man. There's just something about him that whatever it is, he's got it. Man.
He elevates everybody around
100%.
him too.
And Connolly with the handoff here, he's going maybe 1 yard.
Connolly on the carry.
He hasn't found anything in there. Sully Alker and Garrett Maloney
Gain of
in
1.
the middle there. Schultz in on the tackle.
2nd and 9.
Nate Tapley's been around the football early and often.
Offensively and defensively.
Both sides.
Yeah.
I've said his name, I think, 10 times already. He might be early in line for the tough guy.
Could be.
Tough guy of the week, Mr. Bobby Hammond.
We got to pick a player of the game, right? I think there's going to be a post-game interview this year, from what I understand.
Post-game interviews and all the bells and whistles.
Might be Tapley. We'll see.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for Peacock to get in on this action. That's for sure.
All free. Arnold scrambling. He's going to be brought down by number 23, Brooks Waters.
Arnold
Brooks, a junior,
on the carry.
Got some time on the defense last year.
Waters.
Seahawks fans, it's third
coaching
down.
staff looking for a next-level step for Brooks Waters, and he's the type of kid that puts in the time, the work, film, weight room, whole 9 yards. I love to call his name quite a bit this year as well.
He's a good kid, Brooks Waters. So it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Seahawk fans,
Arnold
keep the noise
with Connolly
going.
in the backfield. Thompson split out left, along with 3 other receivers, Whiteford, Baynard, and I'm not sure who else. Arnold rolls left. He's under pressure. He throws short. It's going to be Whiteford, but it's going to be just short of the first down, I think.
On the reception.
Whiteford,
We'll wait for the spot.
Transfer from DeMatha. Another powerhouse. You talk about DeShields from Archbishop Spalding. DeMatha is a huge football school in Maryland, huge basketball school too.
Yeah, they're putting out athletes all over the country in multiple sports. Really solid baseball program too. That's a tough baseball conference over there in the DC private, that metro area, man. A lot of great athletes up there in the DMV.
So it was a first down, and there's going to be a handoff to Jadarian Thompson, who's going to be brought down after a couple yards. There's a flag down. It's probably going to be a hold. And it is.
Holding.
Thought there you might have been able to call a hold on the pass to Whiteford the play prior that actually moved the chains. So I think back-to-back offenses, you're going to see some flags thrown.
It's like you said, it could happen almost on any play, especially at the high school level probably. But
hold. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
So, yeah, it's going to back him up. Back to the 14-yard line.
Penalty.
And it's going to be 1st and 20 now for Queen Anne's.
1st and 20 for the Lions.
All right. Going backwards, Mike, that's what Queen Anne definitely does not want to do. Chew a little clock, move the ball just even in small chunk plays, not the big hitters, to keep the ball out of our offense, and it's not gone their way so far.
It's quickly becoming time where you're going to have to scrap that and start airing it out. The pitch is to the left here for Connolly, and he's going to get 4 or so maybe.
Connolly,
not much out there.
That was a nice job by Amara Emanuel there. Beat his man and was able to get through and almost timed up the pitch at the exact same time that John Connolly caught the football and was able to make the tackle, knocked his man down first and got right there at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of talk about the gains that Amari Emanuel made in the weight room this year. Over the offseason, one of the top gainers in the program. Good player. A lot of manuals that come through this program.
And all solid.
Yeah, all good, yeah. There's another. I have one in 7th grade in my class right now.
And brother Darian, I believe he's playing JV again this year.
So Connolly finally gets some yards here. Nice, tough run. He's going to be out near a first down. I think he might be just short of it.
On the carry.
No, they're going to say he got it.
And when he gets a full head of steam, he's
a big boy.
Hard to bring down, to say the least.
6'2", 210 listed on our sheet, and he looks every bit of that. 1,005 yards rushing last year, according to Max Preps. So, and 9 touchdowns, I think.
I'm curious how many tackles he made on the playing linebacker as well.
Yeah, a two-way player.
Two-way player.
Honestly, I haven't been looking to see if he's doing that today, but pitch to the right, and he's dropped in the backfield by is that number 20?
Pitches.
Yeah.
To Connolly.
Was that Cole Muir?
I don't think that was number 20.
Second and 11.
I can't see
it's
what
getting
number
dark
that was.
and our eyes are failing us.
We're old. I can't see who that was. Anyway, he's dropped in the backfield there, and it's going to be second and 11. Loss of 1 on the play.
I forgot to bring the binoculars. You know, today's opening day of archery season, and they're sitting right in the hunting backpack. Just waiting, chomping at the bit to go, Mr. Hughes.
Apparently we need them. Here's the snap and the give again to Connolly. He's going to surge forward for 3 or 4 before he's dropped there by Brett Schultz.
On the carry.
You usually don't say this a lot in the first half of ball games, but the clock is down 3 scores already. Is not in Queen Anne's favor already. Now they're getting a little bit of rhythm running the football now, and I think that's what they were trying to do early. Like we said, the adrenaline wears off, and you got a big ball carrier like Connolly and stuff. You got to be able to now get it back. Try and stop him, get in the backfield as quick as you can. They're running at a pistol formation, so.
3rd and 7, and that's going to be probably a false start. Yeah. Flag dropped, false start. Yep, it's going to be 3rd and 12.
False start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's just been their Achilles heel, man. It's like they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back for Queen Anne's offense right now. But at any time they're gonna stick with running the football, what they're good at, and try and get in the end zone before halftime.
Yeah. Young on the front line, I think, is Queen Anne's, if I remember correctly, listening to we got a pass here. That's going to be a lame duck, and Chandler's going to go up and pick that off, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. David Chandler's going to go all the way. Day Chandler for the touchdown. No flags down. 27-0 Decatur with 3:57 left.
Yeah, get them in 3rd and long. That's what we've been talking about already. We've been saying it a lot early. Put them in passing downs. And I don't know who was that Tribe that got into the face of
was it?
Of the quarterback. And
not Tribe.
I don't know who was it. Okay, Peyton Travers. Peyton Travers tipped the football, picked off by the Virginia Cavalier, David Chandler, all the way to pay dirt.
Good to hold.
It's going to be a replay coming up after the kick here.
I mean, Peyton Travers looks like a Robertson brother with that beard. I mean, it's Duck Dynasty through and through.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. A flag is down. I think somebody from Queen Anne's on the edge. Number 18 looked like he jumped. Carter Dickey.
With 3:57 left in the
that's going
first
to be
half.
given. Here's the replay.
Watch Day run, buddy.
Day.
Point was good.
That's a player.
Yeah.
That is a player.
Kicker on the defense. That was enforced on the kickoff.
Wow, so they went. That was a full personal foul, not just a running into the kicker. Okay, so he roughed him, so that'll back him up again, Mr. Hughes.
Yeah.
Jump around.
Yes, sir. 28-0. There's a nice shot of the student section white out. 3:57 left in the second quarter here at Berlin, Robert G. Knox Field at Lou Taylor Stadium. We'll be back in a second. All right, we're coming back. Because of that roughing the kicker penalty, ball's moved all the way to the Queen Anne's 45. So the talk up here in the press box is he going to put it through the uprights? And it's going to go out the back of the end zone, almost through,
Blake
but not
Wallace
quite.
puts it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So that's going to be a
The Lions will
touchback.
take
I
over
always
at the
feel like
20-yard line.
they
It'll
should
be
do
first
something
and
different
10.
for that penalty. Maybe enforce it after the kickoff. I don't know. That's kind of silly, right? I mean, you move him up 15 yards, he's going to boot it through the end zone. It's really pointless.
Yeah, and I know you could point the finger at, safety of the players and all, but almost just keep it regular and then enforce it after the return.
That's what I mean. Yeah, right.
And I think curious what they do with Kyle. I mean, now I draw a blank.
I'm not
sure.
sure.
I think in the NFL, well, that's all new.
Did you see the kickoff?
That's all new. I'm not even going to try and explain that. I need a month.
I'm not a fan, at least not yet. I don't know. I have to watch it a little bit, but it was weird for me, dog.
See how many touchdowns my Philadelphia Eagles give up tonight. I'll learn a lot about it.
All right, so Queen Anne's has the ball. It's first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Thompson in motion. They fake the pitch to him and give it to Conley, who's going to fall ahead for maybe one. He's just hasn't been able to do much aside from one pretty nice run for about 15 yards. There hasn't been much room for him there through the middle.
You just, the
short gain
key,
on the play.
A major key turnover battle.
2nd and 9.
I mean,
for the Lions.
And being up this big just takes a team completely out of their schemes and game plan, man.
Yeah.
You don't really know how much they practice throwing like deep outs and stuff like that.
Right. So Arnold fakes a pitch again. He's going to pass, and he overshoots his receiver, who's going for number 21, Conlon Nagel.
Arnold's pass intended,
but it was over his head
for Nagel,
and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
It'll be 3rd down.
All right.
So here we go. Arnold.
3rd and long again.
3rd and
Keep it
long
going,
again.
Seahawks
Yeah, 3rd and
fans.
9. He's got 3 wideouts to the right. Conley in the backfield with him. He's going to roll to his right. He's got Thompson, it looks like, but 2 receivers right in the same area, but it's going to be completed not to Thompson, but to number 4, Amari Baynard there. And that's going to be just a little short of a first down, though.
Yeah, a little confusion there for the Queen Anne's receiving crew. Had 2 guys side by side. That usually doesn't end very well, but I don't think that was Thompson who caught that ball.
Short of the
Mike.
first down.
I'm
No,
not
it
sure
was,
who
it was
caught that
Baynard.
ball.
Amari
Oh,
Baynard, number
okay.
4, yeah.
6'5", 190-pound junior, Amari Baynard.
Seahawk fans, make some noise for a stop.
So here we go, 4th and short here, 4th and 2. It's a great time to give it to John Conley, the big running back. Let's see if they do it. Decatur's loading the line
Loaded
up.
the box right there.
And there's the give, and Conley's going to be hit immediately. Is he stopped short? I don't think he got it.
Looks to be about
and he did not.
Did not get it.
It's a turnover on downs. Decatur's going to have the ball in great field position again. Yeah, it just hasn't worked for Queen Anne's tonight.
And hats off, to our line play again. Here we are in 2024 talking about how well the guys have played at the line of scrimmage. If you can manhandle your guys and your opponent at the line of scrimmage, you're generally going to end up with a high success rate and a lot of wins.
Agreed. Undersized, but getting the job done, man. There's some big kids on that Queen Anne's front line, too. But definitely, we've controlled the line of scrimmage 100%, which often leads to success,
And hats off to our coaching staff on that,
absolutely.
man.
Hobgood takes a snap. He gives to the Shields, who goes right, and he's going to gain about 5 or 6 before he's brought down. Yeah, the coaching staff, man.
DeShields on the carry.
Coach Croto, man. He's no joke. That guy,
a wizard. He's a wizard. I miss that. Now he's not He's not in the booth with us right now. I don't know if the weather sours. He'll come back up here or not.
Down on the field tonight. Usually he's up here with us, and we got to cover our mouthpiece because he's hollering.
And he's from So I don't think weather bothers. He's from Detroit, Michigan.
Is that where he is?
Yes, he is. So
you and I got a sneak peek at some of the game plan this week, and the detail is just unbelievable.
Yes,
and the fact that he can get these kids to understand those things is just. It's wild. So.
It is.
Another handoff to DeShield is going to go forward, and he's going to be up near a first down. And yes, he did get the first down there. So
I mean, we've seen it. We see it, Mike. We've been around, lucky enough to be blessed to watch a lot of sports of all nature. And we see athletes come and go that are just bigger, faster, stronger than everybody. But between the ears is what you have to have. You've got to have that. You don't, like you say it all the time in baseball, you don't have to be a blazer to be a good base runner. You know what I mean? So you get into the scheme and buy into what a Coach Croto can bring to the table on an offense, and it's really fun to watch.
He's going to take care of you. Here's a handoff to Donovan Henry, who's pulled by Baynard and pulled down at about the 17, maybe a gain of
Donovan
2
Henry
or 3.
on the carry.
Where are they going to mark it? Between the 16 and 17. So
I think
a couple yards there.
Yeah, I mean, play it safe here. You're deep in Queen Anne territory. You're up by 4 scores. You've got a young kicker. It might be time to take a peek. Perfect opportunity. Just run the football, get it on the hash. I think he likes kicking from the right hash, they were saying. Feels more comfortable there. Got a big foot. So
now if he kicks a field goal, we're second half, we're running clock, right?
Correct.
We're up by 31.
Up by 31. That's 35.
Oh, it's 35.
Corrected
okay,
again.
35, yeah.
Corrected again.
Ron Kinnear, man. There's a throw by Hobgood. He's looking for Wise. He's got him. Oh, and Wise couldn't hold on. He was almost all by himself.
Wise's hands.
And should have been an easy touchdown.
Yeah, and good character from him right there. Points to the young quarterback, Hobgood. And
a third down.
I think he'll make up for it eventually, sooner than later.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great throw by Johnny, man. Right on the money.
Right over the defender. It's perfect. You got that 6'5" guy. We like to do that with Tribe, and before him we did it with Bryson. Just throw that ball up there and let those guys go get it. This time, Tribe couldn't hang on. So it's 3rd and 8 with about 59 seconds left. Ball on the 17. And Hobgood takes a snap, and he's looking right again, going right back to him. And this one's a little bit far, a little out of bounds. Had him again, though.
Yeah. Hey, you won't – in that situation, you want that throw. If you're going to miss, you need it to be overthrown out of the end zone. Not short. Good job by Johnny there and Tribe, and I like the call to go right back to it again. But you want Johnny to not throw that ball short to a defender. Tribe has him by a step or two. Sails out of the end zone, but, hats off to him for that.
It's not picked off, So that brings up 4th down and 8. Offense is going to stay on the field here. Like we said before, Jay Coleman not afraid to go for it on 4th down. He showed that all season last year. Hobgood drops the throw. He doesn't see anybody. He's scrambling, moving to his left, and he's brought down back at the 28-yard line by number 21, Conlon Nagel, senior defensive end.
Nagel.
And it's going to be Queen Anne's ball on the turnover on downs.
Good job by Queen Anne's there. I mean, that's a big stop for them. Still a big mountain to climb, but, 4 scores is a lot better than 5 scores. So
absolutely.
Good job by them.
I bet you Coach Croto's still hollering. I bet he's still hollering down there on the sideline.
They don't have a hot mic for him.
Couple missed opportunities there to put him up 35-0 going in at the half. He just is a guy that expects perfection, And I see him down there right now. Is that Hobgood he's got in Tribe?
Yeah, he's talking to both of them.
Yeah. So a little reverse here to Thompson. He's got nowhere to go. There should be a hold there. And there is. Yeah. Tapley got held. Nice couple moves there by Thompson to pick up a couple yards, but it's going to come back on the hold there on the edge.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now. I think Nate is a real problem right now in matchups.
Hold. Offense. 10-yard penalty from previous spot.
You wear guys down, the holds are going to be a lot more frequent.
Absolutely. All right, so it's 1st and 21 on their own 16. Arnold's going to take the snap. He's going to pitch right to Connolly, who's going to get maybe a couple, and he is brought down by Ethan Bradshaw.
Swiss Army knife, buddy.
A short gain.
Ethan Bradshaw, a guy obviously going to West Point. And he can play every position. You talk to Coach Coleman, Coach Billings, Coach Croto, and everybody involved, and I mean, he can play every position on the football field. I mean, irreplaceable. It's like a Gavin Solito, 2.0, and they were both on the field together last year.
Yeah. So Queen Anne's just going to let the time run out here on the first half. We didn't really know what to expect coming into this one, right? How are we going to replace Bryson Coleman? How are we going to replace Gavin Solito? How are we going to replace Kareem Bolden? Love you guys, but it's 2024, right? And this edition looks like they're ready to roll. So 28-0 at halftime. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back. Enjoy the Stephen Decatur High School band under the direction of Jimmy McKenzie, brand new band teacher here. Before we sign out, we want to just recognize some of our sponsors: Casual Designs Furniture, Fractured Prune, maybe the best donuts in Ocean City.
We got some up here tonight, I believe.
Then I don't think they're Fractured Prune.
I've seen donuts.
They're not, but there are donuts.
Yeah, they're here.
Don't tell our sponsors.
Yeah, that's right.
Seafloor, hardwood, and carpet. Installed the new floor in the Decatur Performance Center and in the old weight room. We thank them for that. Also, Poppy's Taco Joint, man. If you've never been there, you need to go up in there and get some Mexican food.
Their first performance of the season.
What do the kids say?
Fire.
It's bussin'.
It's fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's lit. It's bussin'.
Yeah.
All that.
All the good stuff. All right.
All right, we'll be back after the halftime show. Enjoy, folks.
Please welcome to the field for their halftime performance, the Stephen Decatur High School Marching Band. Our show for this year is titled Instant Classics and features the music of modern movie soundtracks from the last 12 years. Today's halftime performance includes a blend of two songs, Can You Hear the Music from Oppenheimer and Dance the Night from Barbie. The mashup is a reference to the dual release of two movies and the cultural phenomenon surrounding it. Please enjoy our performance of Barbieheimer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pick the Athletic Boosters raffle. So if you are one of those, pay attention. And the winner is Joe Kendall. Congratulations to Mr. Kendall. Thank you for support. And again, if you're looking for something to eat, a sweatshirt, a long sleeve shirt, a beanie, a hat, a short sleeve shirt, something to eat, the Athletic Boosters are who you want to see. They're on the north end of the stadium. Lots of good eats, lots of good clothing. Check them out.
Somebody once told me, roll me.
All right, we got a heck of a scene here. Both teams are warming up, getting ready to fire up some second half action here in Berlin, Maryland. The wind has kind of lied down a little bit here, so you should be able to hear the music and our broadcasts and all the great things that we do up here, especially Mr. Dotson and Mr. Ron Kinnear and all they do for our program. But we can't make that happen without, how we ended the first half, Mr. Hughes, with some of our sponsors. All of our sponsors. We have a great group of folks local in the community and beyond just the Worcester County community pitching in to help us out. Let's go through a few more real quick. Jersey Mike's. We spend a lot of time at these places.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
A lot of time at these places. Jersey Mike's, go right down here by Walmart. They got a great spot. I hit them up way too much.
Number 44. Yeah. That's what y'all need to get. Buffalo chicken.
Oh, there you go.
Cheesesteak. Oh,
I
my
know.
God.
I'd like to be really superstitious with anything that has Philly on it. When I get sushi, I got to get a Philly roll. It doesn't work out in championships all that much for my Philly sports teams, but it's just a superstition nonetheless. Thank you, Jersey Mike's. All right, Serpent Betty's on 15th Street.
Burger Bar.
Burger Bar, baby. Amazing burgers, shakes.
They got the
great place.
Jake Coleman, what's it, the Gen Z chicken sandwich?
Yeah, chicken sandwich. My sister actually lives on 15th Street now.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a problem. That's a problem because I'm begging her to grab Serpent Betty's and bring it to me in Newark half the time.
Yeah.
She won't do it, but either way, Serpent Betty's, we appreciate it. Harrison Group, hotels, restaurants, just a figurehead in our community, and always so legendary.
Legendary OC name right there.
Legendary. Always so generous to our schools and especially this broadcast. Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Coca-Cola. We appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Seriously, I can't drink Pepsi, man. Coca-Cola's it.
Yeah, we're all Coca-Cola family in our house. So that's no cap.
Tastes like.
That's no cap.
Yeah.
It's no lie. So, the F.A. Taylor Company, roofing, sheet metal contractors. We talk about wind all the time. You got issues with your roof. And I know we do here on Delmarva when those winds get swirling and stuff. Make sure you hit up the F.A. Taylor Company, roofing and sheet metal contractors. We can't thank you enough. All right, more. Real quick, Atlantic General Hospital, AGH. Always another figurehead in our community. Great people that work there, medical profession. They're helping our athletes constantly, all of our students and people in need. We appreciate it. Bradley Atlantic Insurance. We appreciate you all, too, chipping in. Big-time contributor to the programs here at Stephen Decatur. Thank you, Bradley Atlantic Insurance. Taylor Bank, another legendary figurehead in our community. Always so generous to the schools in Worcester County. We can't thank you enough. Team Productions, TEAM, full-service event production company. They do the SDHS graduations. Oh. And if you've ever seen them, well, obviously you just went through that, Mike.
I did.
A little older than me. Okay, my kids will be going through it too. They put on a great graduation.
It is a great night.
All right, one more real quick. We'll get to the last 3 or 4 sometime in the third quarter. Preston Auto Group, we thank you enough. You're driving a car around here. Most likely it's from Preston, okay? They do great. There's a bunch of others that are on here too. Right.
Jamie and Franklin.
Yeah.
North Carolina high school grad. Duke football player,
and
working at Preston Auto Group.
Oh,
right
is
now.
he now? Oh, okay,
yeah.
nice.
Go see Jamie and get yourself a new ride.
Yeah, awesome.
And an autograph.
We got 2 or 3 more. We thank you all so much for allowing us to get on here and try and talk football.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We know nothing about it, but we try. So Decatur will be kicking off here to start the second half up big. Yeah, you want to talk about what can Queen Anne do to get back in this game? I think it might be past time for John Connolly. He's picking up short little chunks of yardage. They really need some big play spurtability. Who says spurtability?
Hey.
I stole that from somebody.
I know that it's got to be score time, Mike, one way or the other.
Yeah.
However they do it, they've got to score on this first possession.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have to come away with points here.
Zakari Baker, 2 touchdowns in the first half, 1 on a kickoff return to start the game and 1 on a reception from Johnny Hobgood. I was getting ready to say Luke McGonigan. Nate Tapley with another one. And David Chandler with an interception return for a touchdown gets us to where we are. We've got a stoppage of play right here.
How did the volleyball game end up? Is that a touchy subject? Sorry. Just trying to check our scoreboard. Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll get a score on that.
Yeah.
The girls were in there playing this afternoon. We always want to make sure that all of our sports get recognized. They're putting in a ton of work, and a ton of kids came out for that volleyball program this year. A ton.
We're trying to get some out-of-town football scores, too. A lot of, it's open tonight pretty much for everybody on the Eastern Shore. We got North Carolina and Cambridge.
After the penalty
should be a
assessed.
pretty good game.
Wallace tees it up at the 40.
Interesting look at Bennett over there. A lot of people are talking about Bennett this year.
Yeah, there's some chatter around now.
Yeah, so
another pooch.
There's a pooch, and it's taken by number 1, who's going to bring it out to about the 45-yard line, and that's Brooks Blodgett, a junior wide receiver and strong safety.
Blodgett.
Blodgett has,
Ball
looked pretty good tonight for Queen Anne. Talking about somebody, drawing some positives out of not so great start. He's done well so far with the football in his hand. He's been around the ball all night for Queen Anne's.
So Queen Anne will start at their own 45 with the ball. Conley in the backfield again with Lance Arnold at the quarterback spot in the pistol formation. Always got to watch where number 2 is. Looks like he's in the slot to the far side of the field right now. And there's the handoff. Oh, no, the fake. And Arnold's going to be dropped after a 2-yard gain. Dropped by number 5, Amari Emanuel. Decatur not fooled at all right there.
Nice job by Mari to, stay on the balls of his feet and not, over pursue, so to speak. That was a nice play fake there by
Arnold.
Lance Arnold. Look,
I totally thought he handed it off. He didn't, but about 2-yard gain is going to bring up 2nd and 8 at the 47. Near side of the field, right in front of us.
Good field position for the Lions to start the second half. Like we said, they have to get points on the board on this drive, or
if
they get late early, like Yogi Berra said.
Yes. Here's the give to Conley. He's immediately dropped. Sully Alker in the backfield right away. Brett Schultz there also.
Alker,
that's going to be a loss of
tackle in the backfield.
A couple. He had nowhere to go.
Guys on the line of scrimmage just one step ahead, man.
Down.
One step ahead. They're getting that snap count down to an absolute science.
Yeah. So now it's 3rd and long again for Queen Anne's spot they found themselves in all night long. Arnold's going to have to put it in the air. They're going to have to do something to get Jadarian Thompson the ball in space, I think, and just try to get him to break one.
Yeah. Seamus Orthen is over there on our playing the tackle position right now, dude.
Okay,
and Shane, nice job. He's looked good on the line tonight.
A little confusion there pre-snap, but this ball is going to be overthrown for Parker Whiteford, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Pass intended for Whiteford.
Yeah, it looked like there was some confusion. Who was covering whom?
4th and 10 for the Lions.
There, but it's going to bring up 4th down, 10 yards.
The punt team.
They're sending in the punt unit. Yeah, that ball just overthrown.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for teams to get into a rhythm throwing the football with the athletes we've got lined up in that secondary, man.
So Conlon Nagel
back to kick.
Going to be back to kick, and he gets the punt off. And back deep is Davin, I think, but that's going to be down at about the 30-yard line. And it'll be Decatur ball there. 1st and 10 from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Coach Hughes, when are you going down anytime to go to High Point? You got a trip to High Point lined up yet? You and Miss Val?
Family weekend, September 20th. We'll be going down to see our daughter. She's a sophomore down there. She's off to a great start this year. We're super proud of her.
Living her best life, buddy.
Living her absolute best life, yeah. So we'll be traveling on down, waiting for High Point to get some football, man.
I'm telling you, I love college football. I'm not to say like I'm some sort of like expert at that. I mean, every Saturday I'm trying to pick and choose who's going to win and lose, but I could not believe High Point did not have football yet.
I'm surprised because they do everything real big. I'm just surprised they haven't done that yet. But there's a give to Donovan Henry. He gets turned around. He's going to push forward and maybe fall ahead for
Henry
one, maybe. Somebody just brought us a bunch of cheeseburgers, and that's amazing.
Gain of 1.
Can't beat that.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. It might not be surfing Betty's per se.
Hey,
if it was, boy,
oh,
I'm going to go ahead and hit the mute button real quick.
Exactly. Yeah, it started smelling real good, and I look over, and Ron and Mr. Greenwood, they've got cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting that in a bit. So here we are, 2nd and 9. Hobgood takes a snap. He's looking left. He throws. He's got a man in the flat. It is number 2, Evan Copeland. First time we've called his name tonight. He's out near a first down, close to the 40-yard line.
On the reception.
Yeah, old Ev Cope, man, they said he's had a great camp, right, preseason, and wants to put his footprint on this season. This has been his senior year.
Solid kid. I had him in class a few years back. Just a real nice kid. Had that great catch. That was in the state championship game, right? It was called back.
Yeah.
Incredible catch where he ran into the goalpost and held onto the ball, but it was called back for a penalty. But, yeah, just another sign of the embarrassment of riches that we're into the third quarter now, and that's the first time we've called his name. You know, he would start anywhere. So here's the snap on 3rd and short. Hobgood's going to take it on his own. He's going to break through and got lots of room. Cuts to the outside. He's across the 50, inside the 45, down to about the 44, and there's a flag down.
On the quarterback keeper. Say it with me, a Decatur!
Yeah, it looked like number 18, Carter Dickey, late there and led with the helmet, crown of the helmet, as Hobgood was clearly already on the ground. So a dangerous play. That's be a personal foul penalty on him.
We need a break in the action, man. These cheeseburgers disappearing real quick.
Bro, you got to get it under control, man.
If I don't get a cheeseburger, I quit.
I know you. Nobody wants running clock more than Mr. Hughes up here in this booth.
It's a cheeseburger. It's a foot from me, and I can't eat it right now.
The end of the play. First down.
Yeah, so sorry about that, talking over the referee, but 15-yard personal foul is going to move the ball even further into Queen Anne's territory and move us closer to a running clock and a cheeseburger.
Speaking of legends on the microphone, we were talking about it today in food in the booth. What was it that John Madden, a turducken? He used to have John Madden, the late, great John Madden.
Absolutely.
Turducken, turkey and a duck together.
And a chicken.
And a chicken. Yeah.
Turducken, yeah.
Turducken. Those guys would eat it on Thanksgiving Day, man. That's nostalgia right there, buddy.
It is. That voice takes me right back to being, 16, 17 years old. Here's the snap. He's going to hand off and stopped almost immediately is number 29. And that's going to be Kyle Mumford. Kyle Mumford, sophomore. Okay, Kyle. Kyle's a solid kid, man. He's a nice kid too, but I mean, solid muscular-wise. He's low to the ground. Reminds me of kind of Jamie and Purnell from last year.
And hungry to make a statement. I mean, just in health class last year as a 9th grader, outwardly telling everybody that he was coming. He used to say that. He's ready. And wanted some carries this year in his 10th grade year. I'm glad to see him out there.
Yeah, he was the lead back for JV last year. Broke several long runs for them. He gets a fake here, and Hobgood's going to throw long down the sideline. It's a little short. Thompson goes up and knocks it away. That pass was intended for Zachary Baker.
Hobgood's pass intended for Zachary Baker.
Speaking of Evan Copeland, he was streaking down the middle of the field, and I don't think he had one defender around him.
Yeah, Hobgood looked left and was pretty
locked
intent.
in. Locked in. And when you're throwing that way, it's got to be perfect with the Jadarian Thompson, man-to-man with your target.
Yeah.
So, Evan was, I think, streaking right down that right hash.
That brings up 3rd and 11 now from the 30-yard line. Hobgood takes a snap. He's looking left again. He's got a man, but he overthrows Zachary Baker. Probably could have had him for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice route by Zachary Baker. A little bit overthrown there by Johnny. Maybe got rid of the football a little too soon. He did have some time.
Yeah,
So the first real errant miss there for Johnny, which with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, I think it's pretty good start for your new signal caller. 4th and 11 here. That Decatur's going to go for it. We got a score coming in. Girls varsity soccer beats Wycomico tonight 13-2. Is that their first game? That's their first game of the season. So girls varsity soccer goes to 1-0 with the win over Y High. Here's the play on 4th down.
Hobgood fakes, pumps to his left, and then rolls to his right and throwing deep for Tribe. He's got him. Tribe just couldn't quite bring it down. It just led him a little too far towards the out-of-bounds line.
Hobgood's pass intended for
nice throw on the run there. Just a little too much air underneath that football. Tribe-wise, Georgetown commit gets one hand on the football, and we turn over on downs.
From the 30.
Yeah, look like he had him again. Had beaten 2 guys over there.
Nice, good, ball fake there. Looking left and then finding a streaking wise just overthrew the football.
Yeah. So out comes the Queen Anne offense with another chance. But like you say, it's 7:06 left in the third quarter now, and it's past go time. They got to score now. Thompson comes to the side of the field closest to us. Arnold takes a snap, gives to Conley. He's immediately hit, falls forward for about 3. It looked like number 11, Peyton Travers, on the initial hit there.
Sticking with Conley. I mean, we said it right from the get-go. He's the focal point of their running game, and they're going to live and die by it, Mike.
Yeah.
They're just going to try and break one, here sometime soon because the clock is not on their side.
Arnold from the pistol, second down and 5 here. And takes a snap, gives to Conley again. He breaks through the line this time. He's going to have a first down out across the 40-yard line to about
Conley,
the 41 and a half.
Enough for the Lions' first down.
Yeah, when he gets momentum going, man, he is tough to bring down. You got to gang tackle him, keeps his shoulder square. He's looking for contact at the next level when he's got the football in his hands.
He's a load.
6:10 left in the third quarter as the clock continues to tick.
We do have another legend of a Mike for Stephen Decatur up here.
Who's that?
Mr. Pat Russo.
Oh, yeah, where?
To your left.
Oh, yeah?
Standing to your left down there.
Okay. Arnold rolls to his left. He's hit by Bradshaw, but he finds Parker Whiteford over the middle, who's going to go inside the Decatur
complete to
40
Whiteford.
to the 35, and Whiteford's going to be hurt. He's going to be injured.
Have an injury timeout.
Which is not a great thing for Queen. Looks like it's going to be a lower. Looks like it might be a cramp. Hopefully,
yeah, it might be
lower leg cramp. Hopefully, that's all it is. We're going to take a timeout. Just a second. It's 28-0 right now, but Queen Anne's is moving the ball a little bit inside their own the Decatur 35. We'll be right back.
All right, I think our wonderful trainer, Karen Costanzo, is out there trying to get Parker Langford, get rid of that cramp. Looks like he's sitting up. They're drinking some water, so hopefully that's all that is. We'll take this injury break real quick to round off the shout-outs to all of our sponsors. We got 3 great sponsors left. Town of Ocean City, obviously, is a huge supporter of Stephen Decatur High School and all of Worcester County. They bring so much to the table for these kids in this county. Restaurants, hotels, bars, everything. They're willingly donating back to the community. Park Place Jewelers is another one. Look, I think with the Vows, we probably owe them something from Park Place.
Probably.
For letting us do this
Absolutely.
And enjoy all our hobbies. Park Place Jewelers, hit them up. The holidays are coming. Back to the action here with Mr. Hughes.
It's Conley again to the right side. He's going to get about 2 maybe. Whiteford did get up and walk off the field in his own power. Looks like it was just a cramp. He got a little massage of the calf there and hopped up and off he went. So Queen Anne's moving again. They need to score now if they want to have any chance. The ball's going to be on the 33-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Second biggest pass play of the game there to Langford. That was, something I thought we would see more. A couple runs and a play action. you know, or, you know, one misdirection, something like that. And kind of vanilla for Queen Anne's, but yeah, Parker White.
Langford,
Langford, Cisco.
Yeah.
You know, we're eating cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Rolls to the right here, and
Big
Lance
play.
Arnold is going to be sacked again. It's Nate Tapley.
Nate Tapley with
the
quarterback
sack here. A loss of about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long now. And that's, we were talking a little bit during halftime, who's the player of the game. Zebake with 2 touchdowns.
Seahawks fans.
But Tapley's
Tapley's
with a touchdown of his own, and
he's been disruptive on both sides of the football,
All over the field.
and just all over, sideline to sideline, both sides of the ball. He's got my vote right now so far, but Zebake is one more tutty, and we've got
might be a guy.
We might have a winner.
So 3rd and 12, the clock's rolling inside of 4 minutes. Queen Anne ball on their on the Decatur 37. Puts Thompson in motion here and drops, and he's looking left. Throws. That ball's tipped by Brooks Waters, intended for number 4, Amari Baynard. But it's over his head, so it's 4th down, and Queen Anne's going to have to go for it.
I think if Brooks doesn't get a couple fingertips on that football, that's a touchdown.
It could be.
Yep. That was a nice play by Brooks. So this is the absolute, I think, key moment of the game for Queen Anne's. Obviously 4th and long, and if they don't move the chains here at least and get some points on the board, it's going to be
might be lights out. Evan Copeland down here playing cornerback, closest to us. Arnold's looking that way. He throws long, looking for Baynard. It's overthrown. Is there a flag? There is no flag on the play. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for Queen Anne's.
For Baynard.
Well, nice job by the defense. First real test of the night, and backed up into their own territory a little ways, not all the way to the red zone.
It'll be first.
So a big 4th turnover on downs for the defense. I know Coach Coleman wants to see that, and I know Coach Apple, if he's watching out there somewhere, he's happy about it too. So
a great job tonight. Here we go.
So the Decatur offense will come back out again. They'll have the ball on their own 37.
it's really turned into a party around the place
It
on
really
Friday
has.
night, man.
It's such a great atmosphere. It really just All-Americana. This is a great time. People lined up all the way around as far as you can see. The stands are full.
Whiteout theme tonight. What's our next theme?
I'm not sure. We don't have another game home until October 4th. So here's a little pitch to Evan Copeland around the edge. Gets a couple nice blocks, and he is going to just step out of bounds right around the 47. It's going to be close to a 1st down. A couple big blocks in there, man.
I'm telling you, and Evan has put on some good muscle.
Yeah,
he really has put on some good muscle. When you go in the weight room now, which is top notch, you got this leaderboards, the weight, how much weight these guys are moving and what weight club they're in, and Evan is at the top of pretty much every football specific lift they do in there.
Yeah. So 1st down here, Hobgood takes a snap. He's going to hand off. That's Donovan Henry, I believe. To the right, he's going to get about 1 yard.
Henry,
2nd down and 9.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of Vernon DeShields early. Okay, now a little bit going with committee here, running back position, seeing what these guys can do and chew this clock away.
Mumford back in the game now in the backfield.
Speaking of the vibe and stuff, man, even in school on Fridays, there's just a different there's just an excitement throughout the hallways of the building on, home game Fridays.
And it extends, I'm over at the middle school, and it extends down to them, really. Those kids are, they're all talking today. Who's going to game? Who's going to game? They're all wearing their Pop Warner jerseys. Meanwhile, I'm talking over a great run by Tribe Weiser. He called a short pass, fought his way inside the 40 to about the 38. But, yeah, the kids – they're here tonight, too. We can see one right down there. Right? He's got his Berlin Pop Warner jersey on. This thing's rolling. Jake's got it rolling. Got 120-some kids in the program this year between varsity and JV.
Shout out to JV yesterday with a 41-0 dub.
Big dub over.
And that's not easy to do, drive up to Queen Anne and play a solid football game, pitch a shutout.
Talking about a 2-hour drive and then get off the bus and do that is pretty impressive. So here comes a snap, and it's a handoff to Mumford to the left. He cuts it back, and he's going to get about 3, just inside the 35.
I think a little bit of youth there. I think if Kyle keeps going over towards that Queen Anne sideline, he could get that 4 or 5 yard gain and maybe a little more. He's got plenty of speed. Just needs to trust that edge gets set for him and he can turn those jets on.
Let's talk about some of these guys on the line. Anthony Burke at the right tackle. Who's next to him? I think it was 63. It's Brandon Ham. Yeah, you talk about lifters. B-Ham is one of the strongest dudes.
He is.
He's been solid as long as I've known him, man. That kid is a solid muscle kid.
And I think when he straps on the pads, he's a different human being.
He's real quiet, right, until he puts that on. Yeah. Here's Mumford again, left side, makes a couple nice moves. And he's going to drag a couple defenders down to about the 27-yard line, but there's a flag after the play. We'll see what that is. Of course, Garrett Maloney at center, right? Garrett, his 3rd year starting. That kid.
He's an anchor. He anchors the line, man.
And he's a great kid, man. He just is a great kid. I really enjoy that guy.
Brother Drew plays, too.
Yeah, there's two younger brothers.
Yeah, 2 younger. The middle brother, Andrew. Yeah. Andrew's solid, too. He's down here on the sidelines, man. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Left guard, we got Reed Phillips, number 50, a senior. And then left tackle, I'm not sure who we've got. I have to look over there. Declan Horn's on the field right now. I see number 61. Another great kid. Another kid that's getting big. These guys are in the weight room, man.
Well, I tell you what, we did, and also a new kid to the building this year moved here. If you look down on the sidelines, I don't know if you can see him on camera or not, but sure everybody here in the stands can see him, number 78, Christian Martin. He is just a behemoth of a human being. And it figures that his name is Christian because every time he walks by me in the hall, I'm like, my God, is that guy big? I mean, nobody can walk beside him in the halls, dude. He is just
he's
huge.
Towering over everybody down there. So here we go. 1st and 10, about the 37. Hogwood takes a snap, gives to Mumford again, who's going to be dropped in the backfield by number 51 for Queen Anne, Ethan Wheaton, senior defensive tackle, for a loss of a couple.
Wheaton.
Still trying to see who that left tackle is right now. I see 63, 61.
A loss of 5.
I tell you what, Queen Anne's has tightened it up in there, deep in their own end on defense this half, though.
Yeah, I would
have stalled a little bit. Our offense is slow. When we've gotten to about between the 35 and the 30 of Queen Anne in the second half, things have kind of hit a stalwart a little bit.
I would agree. I get my information from a lot of places before we come on these broadcasts. One of those places is Overtime Live with Mike Bradley. Shout out Mike Bradley, right?
Another legend.
Yeah.
Please check him out in the mornings on 92.7.
He does a great – he's all over the place, man. I don't even know.
His voice can melt butter, dude. He's like Dan Patrick of the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, he came in here last year when I had to leave halftime in the Milford Mill game and called the game. Did a great job. I'm surprised I got my job back.
I stood like this at him during that game and just – and he was feeding me.
Yeah.
He was just I was.
We'll be right back.
At the end of 3 quarters of play tonight, Seahawks lead 28-0.
All right, coming back in here. 2nd and 14 at the 31. The Queen Anne's 31. I did get a look at the left tackle. It's Jack Bradley, number 51.
I think we owe Jack an apology.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jack Bradley.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Talk about a kid who puts in work. Jack Bradley puts in some work as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're standing, we can honestly say that if you are standing with a uniform on in this program, you're working.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to be, with these numbers, you're just going to be told not to show up if you're not ready to work,
Yeah.
and not in a malicious way.
Right.
It's just
it's pointless.
It's pointless. It's pointless. So
yeah, all night long, Hopgood's had time to throw, except for that one play where he had to run a little bit. But the offensive line again doing great. Shout out Joe Blaskow, offensive line coach.
We lost two Hall of Fame coaches.
Hall of Fame coach there too. Yeah, Hopgood takes a snap. Looked like he wasn't ready for it, but he gets the ball out to Tapley for a nice little gain there, maybe about 9 yards.
With that catch.
And we got a Queen Anne player who's slow to get up down on the 20-yard line. They're going to stop.
It's going to be a Decatur first
They're
down.
going to leave him. I can't see who that is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We'll get you a number on that real quick.
Nate Tapley again, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
While we have a break here, we got a couple scores from local football games. Polytech leads James M. Bennett at halftime, 9-6. Snow Hill leads Annapolis Christian, 14-12 at the half. So good for Snow Hill.
Shout out to the Eagles.
Yeah,
hey.
Coach Raheem Hammond, man, I love that guy. And I've never met him in real life. He's one of those weird things where we just talked online, back and forth. And I just like his attitude, and I like what he's doing down there. He's growing that program.
Right.
They got a decent number of kids in their program now. They're fielding the JV team this year, which is huge. At a tiny little, you're talking about 350 students at Snow Hill.
Sure, man. Yeah, it's he graduated with my sister, and my roots are there. I graduated from there, and
you're an Eagle.
Yeah, I'm an Eagle. That's a tough one for me to call, and I root for both teams, and I'm certainly rooting for the Snow Hill Eagles, man. And I hope they put together an awesome year under Coach Hammond.
Yeah. So the Queen Anne player got up and ran off the field. I think it was Jadarian Thompson that was down. He got up and ran off the field. He's staying off the field right now for a play, as he has to do.
Required, yeah. Mike Bradley shooting us a text, fine. Mr. Hughes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just trying to be like you, Mike.
That's all it is.
Hold on. Don't take my cheeseburger away. Don't take my cheeseburger away. And Jamie Greenwood's trying to give away my cheeseburger.
Mr. Hughes, the Hamburglar right now. Miss Val, if you're listening, I don't know if you are.
Feed your husband.
My Miss Val's at the S&T Crab House. You might have to go there and eat after the game.
Yeah. Hopgood fake pumps, rolls to his right, looks to the end zone. He's got a man. It's Evan Copeland in the back of the end zone. He held the ball, and it's a touchdown for Decatur.
Evan Copeland with the toe tap.
What a great throw by Johnny Hopgood there. And I know Coach Croto, has been in his ear. A couple missed targets here in the second half, but he on the move, hits Ev Cope.
Yeah,
and Evan deserves that touchdown, man. He's been working it, man.
Got the toes down. And look, Hopgood had to – he looked like a vet, man. The rush – somebody broke through the line.
He stepped up right into the pocket.
Fake pump, and hit Evan in the back of the end zone over the defender. Just a great throw, man. Yeah. So more than a solid start for Johnny Hopgood.
Absolutely. I think, especially for week one, it's a long season, but some questions have been answered.
Absolutely.
Just like this guy kicking the football, too.
Yeah. Blake Wallace goes 5 for 5 now.
5 for 5 on the PATs. Here's the highlight reel. Look, Johnny's flush from the pocket on the run, throws off balance.
Boom. Drops it right in there, man.
Great throw.
It's 35-0, 11:15 left. The clock's going to start running now due to a 35-point deficit in the second half.
With that touchdown, we are now
rolling clock. We'll be right back.
Listen, Mr. Hughes up here plays in 6 or 7 bands in the community or something like that.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to make sure I give you some pub, man.
Oh, thanks.
Get out there and
Like
check
Wallace
Mr.
tees it
Hughes
up.
out. He's got
Kick it away.
country bands, rock and roll bands, Christian bands, just
Oh,
drumming
God.
his way
Yeah,
all through life, bro.
Got to pay the college bills, man. Any way I can.
Yeah.
So Blake Wallace going to be kicking off. Not sure why they stopped play.
Timeout,
The clock
Decatur.
continues to run. We're down to 9:21 when they finally stop it now in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure what just
Timeout.
happened.
Stephen Decatur. First charge timeout of the
Coach
second
Coleman
half.
saw something lining up there that he, he's not coach. Jake is not going to just let things roll. If it's down 35-0, up 35-0, he's going to coach the exact same way. And just a level of accountability that, he's a teacher too. You know what I mean? We teach. Everybody here, we're all teachers, and you want to refine your craft, and Coach Coleman is certainly one that's going to stand for something.
What a job he's done, man. To take this team, Coach Knox did a great job. Jake took over after Knox had been here for 30-something,
plus. Yeah.
Came right in. You saw immediate improvement. The COVID year, whatever, but the next year, 8-4. The year after that, 10-4. Last year, 14-0 with a state championship. I mean, and then here we are, 35-0 against a team that,
he's going to make some
Mike
noise.
Bradley's had them third on the shore. So,
Yeah, right.
He's got it rolling, man. That's all you can really say. So
absolutely, it's good to be back.
Yeah,
it's good to be back. I think
After
with all the sports and everything all around this country and stuff, man. Friday Night Lights. A couple buddies of mine, that I'm in fantasy football leagues with, play college baseball with. They were like, "How dare your Eagles try and take the spotlight away from Friday Night Lights?" I don't like the NFL on Fridays.
I don't
dude.
either. I don't either. And
it's not as genuine as high school football across this country on Friday night.
Right, and you hear professional football players all the time talk about the fact like the best times of their lives were Friday nights.
Friday nights.
NFL's great and all, but there's nothing like Friday nights, man. Playing with your boys that you grew up with,
Sure. And it's getting to be tournament style. I mean, I know there's Don Bosco Prep and stuff. They all play in New Jersey on the beach, or there's a stadium there. I think it's Ocean City High School, if I'm not mistaken, in New Jersey. And their football field is right on the beach.
Yeah.
And they had a big opening weekend tournament last weekend, I believe. So
give to the right side there. That's number 24 this time.
Doran Phillips
getting the carry. That's going to be Doran
for the
Phillips,
Lions.
a junior running back. Goes 5'8", 190. He looks solid too.
A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
talking in the booth now, we're not going to be back here for a month almost.
Yeah. Easton at home is October 4th, right? I think is when we'll be back.
We'll be back
on the air. Next week, you look ahead, we got Randallstown. And Randallstown came in here last year. Last year Queen Anne's forfeited the first game. I don't even know what that was all about, but the first game of the season was forfeited. It went in the books as a 2-0 win for Decatur. Next week came Randallstown, and anytime you play somebody from across the bridge, you don't really, you get a little like, this is going to be something serious right here.
Butterflies turn into jitters.
Yeah, and they had that receiver who's going to Minnesota, right?
Yeah, is he there?
I'm not sure if he's there or if he's going this year, but
they've got a load of commits on their roster. We were talking about it yesterday.
52-7, I think we beat them, and it was like, oh, maybe Randallstown's not that good. Randallstown didn't lose another game after that until the playoffs. So that should have shown us right there that this Decatur team was serious last year. And it'll be another test this week or next week when they go up to Randallstown and play up there, Yeah. That's a legit program.
It is. It is.
Seamus
so many stuff going on with my kids. It's like we talk about it all the time. We got things going on. You're in bands, and we've got a lot going on. But you don't want to take for granted being up here in the booth. I mean, we're watching. We're you and I are fans.
Yeah.
We're fans of watching these kids play, and I would love to go up there. That's where my father-in-law graduated high school. He's the first graduating class of Randallstown High School.
Wow.
Yeah.
2nd and 16, running clock down to about 6 minutes. Around the right end is number 15. That's going to be Carter Hersher.
The backup QB.
The backup
and-
QB's in the game, yeah.
On the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take anything away. I mean, right now, the Decatur program, you know, it's a little bit of a buzzsaw, you know. So it doesn't mean the opponent, like you just said with Randallstown, doesn't mean you're not playing formidable opponents. You know what I mean? Like formidable. Formidable?
Formidable. You were good.
Formidable.
You were close.
We don't use a lot of big words in health. Health and PE. Mr. Greenwood, Mr. Kinnear over here, they're the numbers guys in mathematics. And how has your school year gone so far,
It's been
Mike?
very good so far. I mean, it was a nice first week. My voice is a little struggling tonight just because I'm not used to talking so much, and you got to go through all that. You know, here's our expectations, and here's all our safety stuff. And so there's a lot of talking. And here we got Parker Whitefield out in the flat for a nice gain there. Brought down by Copeland and number 20,
Whiteford on the
Cole
reception.
Muir.
Yeah.
Enough to move the chain.
But yeah, it was a nice week, man. I got a nice group of kids. You know, next week they'll start to show themselves. The first week's a little bit of a honeymoon and getting used to each other. Next week we'll start to see what we really have.
I want to see one of your new vice principals, Mr. Colby Haynes, get in there and get on the guitar or something like that.
Yeah, we should bring him in.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing a good job.
Big sports fan, Colby.
Yeah.
Big sports fan.
He had an Eagle shirt on the other day. It's another handoff, and that's going to be a nice gain down to about the 16-yard line. We're up second and about 5.
Yeah, it was a great
start
so far.
27-yard line, not the 16.
No, you're good. You're good.
27-yard line. It's going to be about second and 5, I think. Second and 3. Second and 2.
Tell you what else, we've been spoiled with good weather so far, and not like 98 degrees the first week of school.
Beautiful, beautiful week here at the beach. Connolly going to take this one inside the 20. The clock's running down almost to 3 minutes and 40 seconds now. Queen Anne scores here. The clock stops.
John Conley certainly not a player who's going to take a snap off no matter what the score is.
Doesn't look like it. We got another score from around the Bayside Easton leading 14-0. We're not exactly sure
who they're playing.
No, I think they're playing Northeast.
Oh, okay.
We're
Northeast
not sure
Anne Arundel County?
No,
Cecil
Northeast
County.
Cecil, I think.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me, but I think so.
Oh, in the back.
Handoff right here and drops immediately. And now we have a flag that's probably going to be, I don't know if it's going to be holding or if it's going to be a personal foul. I'm not sure which.
It didn't look like there was much extracurricular out there.
I don't think so either. But I mean, if he went down to his knee and then got up and somebody hit him again. Queen Anne's going to take a timeout here. It's going to stop the clock at 2 minutes and 57 seconds. We'll get the call.
A lot of sophomores in the game now, Mr. Hughes.
Is it?
Yeah, just saw number 57, Robert Bowen. Had him in class last year.
Late hit. Defense. Penalty will be half the distance of the goal. Still first down.
Okay, yeah. So personal foul, late hit. I think the running back went down to a knee, and the defender wasn't sure that he was down and just laid the wood to him, and it was late. So that's going to move Queen Anne's a little closer to the goal line. Yeah, let's see if we can get any other names out.
Yeah, I did see senior defensive end Brody Lee just entered the game.
Okay,
Another tall kid. Brody's hard worker. I see number 51 out there. Jack Bradley, he's playing defense right now. He's in and out on defense a lot. I see him more on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah.
Junior Teron Davis, number 12. Looks like he's lined up at outside linebacker right now. Or he's going to put his hand on the turf, I think.
Saw him a little bit earlier, too.
Yeah.
And Arnold's back, and he's going to drop and throw, and he's just going to miss number 1, Brooks Blodgett.
Pass intended for Blodgett. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up
the clock
third
continues
down.
to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys standing on this Decatur sideline that are starters, you know. I mean, a formidable team. I mean, when they're in practice every week, when they're running against – the first teams are running against the second and third teams, I mean, it's not much of a fall-off, and it is a heck of a way to prepare, you know, week in and week out for who you're playing on Friday night, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're so
hungry
guys. We talked about it last year, too. You know, there's just so many weapons on this offensive team. I don't know how do you cover everybody. You know, there aren't a lot of teams that can cover Ethan Bradshaw, David Chandler, now Vernon DeShields, Tribe-Wise, Evan Copeland. You know, I'm sure I'm missing. So there's just so many who would be a number one guy on any other team.
Enough to move the chains.
I don't know how you prepare for it. You know, this is not your normal high school offense.
It's not.
Man.
I mean, and like we said, one of the best athletes in the entire school. Amari Emmanuel, and he's just doing what he needs to do out there, and there'll be a game that he's going to have show out.
Right, exactly.
You know, there'll be a game that he shows out, and then everybody will look at tape and be like, well, where did Mari come from? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're like, well, bro, he's been here.
Yeah.
And he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So
and here's a snap, and there's going to be a handoff to the right side, and that's going to be Thompson, and he is going to dive and get into the end zone. And he's going to score. All right, so that's going to stop the clock with 1:17 now. It's going to make it 35-6, the late touchdown for Jadarian Thompson.
And a much-deserved TD, man.
Oh, yeah. Look, he's only a sophomore, man. That kid's going to be a monster player. Just couldn't get it going tonight for whatever reason against this Decatur defense. You know, I guess they had a good plan against him.
Yeah. We talked to Coach Croto about him. You know, and, you know, if you had he just said one word, concerning.
Yes.
He's he draws a lot of concern
we
from
read in the
coaching staffs.
Yeah, we read in the scouting report, and there's a bad snap, so the extra point's going to be no good. We read in the scouting report that he said he thinks that's the best athlete on the field tonight.
Yes.
It's Jadarian Thompson. So, big career ahead for him.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash, yeah.
Wonder what that would be like to be called Flash.
I'll never know.
Me neither.
They might call me a flash in the pan.
Flash in the pan.
But not Flash because
or taking
of
pictures because of just all these great athletes, man. It's just
Seahawk fans playing ahead.
A minute 17 left in the fourth quarter here. It's 35-6. Decatur about to receive the kickoff here.
The Seahawks are on the road with Randallstown.
Next week on the Randallstown.
Salisbury to take on Bennett at Wycomico County Stadium. And
we'll see you back here on October 4th.
Yeah,
already looking forward to that. Easton might be resurgent this year. You know, some people are picking them for the top half of the Bayside with the O'Connor brother, Mikey O'Connor, back this year. Missed almost the whole season last year with an injury. Second game he was injured. His brothers, one's playing defensive end at Duke, right, Kevin? And then the quarterback at University of Delaware is his oldest brother.
Yeah. And there's a younger brother, too. Is
there a four? I'm not sure.
I don't know if there's a four.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Those O'Connors are good, man.
Yeah, they are a football family of the Eastern Shore.
The oldest in Delaware's pretty solid program, and we get a short kick here. It's going to be fair caught at the 30. She got a little Eastern Shore connection there with the oldest O'Connor. I can't remember his name. Kevin's at Duke, but the oldest O'Connor is the quarterback at Delaware, and the starting running back, preseason All-America from Parkside, Marcus Yarns.
All right.
Okay, so a little Eastern Shore connection there at University of Delaware, high-level football. Marcus Yarns turning a lot of heads.
Yeah, in the game. There's a lot of talent, dynamic talent. Not taking away from any linemen, but it's not like you're talking to Mike Bradley on 92.7 in the morning. It's like, oh, man, there's a center. There's an offensive lineman who's just a stud. I mean, it is playmaker city on the Eastern Shore right now at all positions.
You talk about Queen Anne. They got Jaheim Roy, was linebacker last year for them now at Kent State. On the roster, looks like he's beefed up. They had him listed at 6'3". I think it was 260.
Did he play? He got in last week, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think Dave Dotson said he was in at the end of their first game for 4 or 5 snaps.
Yeah. So
true freshman.
Yes. Yeah.
True freshman. You don't see that a lot in college football.
He was no
right
joke
now.
out here, man.
Yeah.
Solid kid. He's bulked up now and getting playing time at Kent State, which is it's a big program. So it's kind of cool to see our Eastern Shore guys.
For the Seahawks now.
Okay, I think victory formation now, Mr. Hughes. It looks like it.
Clock running down to about 30 seconds now. And Blake Kakamo, number 9 in there, taking the snaps here. May see some of him this year, transfer quarterback from Appoquinimink. But that's going to do it.
Beat Smyrna or Middletown? They beat one of the Delaware State champions, and he was at the helm as a 10th grader last year.
All right, well, a lot of questions answered, man. We'll see what next week holds as Decatur travels to Randallstown to take on that team hopefully we'll be back here October 4th. And
yeah, a little later in the fall was fun.
You and I are still undefeated.
We might have to practice with like a college game or something on TV.
Yeah.
We need rhythm.
We're
like John. We talk about answer about Johnny Hobgood needing to get into rhythm. We need to get into
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure, man. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching us. Thanks Bryson and Kareem for commenting. Mike Bradley for getting up with us. We'll catch you on October 4th right here on SDHS Sports YouTube channel. Have a great night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting Stephen Decatur Athletics. Have a safe trip home, and we will see you October 4th right back here as Queen Anne's rolls into town.